Let's have a look at it later. Good morning, welcome to Morning Outlook. This is Kim speaking on Wednesday the 24th of March. So let's start having a look at what's coming out today. We've got this morning at 8 o'clock, look at the times of this news this morning. There is at 8:15 actually. I was going to say 8 o'clock. 8:15 we've got the French flash services and manufacturing services. The key number we'll be watching. It's been negative lately. With new lockdowns, I expect these figures to drop in the future, potentially, but not massively. But I expect them to drop. But this month, I expect, well, they'll probably come out in forecast levels because they're only just locking down now. So we've got the German data then at 8:30. So 8:15, 8:30. Two key times there in terms of watching for volatility. 9 o'clock we get the full numbers out for the pound. We could get some volatility at 9:30 when we've got those same numbers coming out for manufacturing and services. And again, well, it's at 2:30 today instead of the 3:30. Oh no, it's crude oil I'm looking at. Where's the flash manufacturing? 145 I've got for flash manufacturing today. So, oh yeah, because it's normally 245. That makes sense. So 145 we got for flash manufacturing US. And once again, they're the key factors that may create a bit of risk and may create some movement in the markets. Aside of that, well, it seems business is pretty much usual here at the moment. Looking at the bond prices or treasury yields, the yields at the moment, they've eased back a little bit to 1.6. Was touching into 1.7 at times, well, pretty close to 1.7 yesterday, 1.68 and the likes, but certainly eased back a little bit at the moment. But that hasn't stopped the dollar continuing to push and be stronger, and we're particularly seeing some of these currencies selling off, particularly the euro here. So let's look at these technically. So the euro has sold off yesterday. Big continuation pattern, looking like it's sorting itself out there, and we're seeing further selling off here each time frame. The only thing I can do at the moment, it's already gone without me this morning again. I say again, we got the euro. I got the euro yen yesterday. I didn't catch a trade on the euro until afternoon, but this is it might give a retrace, and that's all I can look for. But just got to be careful on some of those retracements. We've got the daily pivot above. There is the potential for that, but if we're hitting S1 first, maybe just looking for a retrace back to 21, one of the shorter moving averages. So certainly looks like it's got further potential there. Dollar yen. Why am I getting onto dollar yen before I put the pound up? So let's talk about the pound, as we've got a pound chart in front of me. The pound's broken its trend properly. Been looking at this, and it's certainly we had this sort of nice trend. It's broken that this yesterday. The nicely drawn trend there, by the way. It's broken its 50 EMA, its little trend line and everything yesterday, closed below that, and it's really now looking. I mean, we got this A, B, and we're sort of definitely in this. I say definitely in the C wave, but we're in the third wave of this movement, or clear third wave movement, and pushing down there. So we could see sort of further downside in terms of support wise. We're looking towards that 35.91. On the daily time frame. We've broken through the 500 on other time frames. There you go. You can see the other trend line I've been drawing on the 4 hourly has been broken there, and it's pretty much heading south at the moment, already through its S1. Little I can do and market that's in free fall until it gives me a bit of a retrace. I don't want to just sell into a bottom, well, potential bottom. I do need them to retrace, but they're sitting there with potential. At least they've got trend, and decent trend at that. Yen's a bit of a different one in terms of its consolidation and its movement here. It did break the lows yesterday. I've got a long position trade on this, and I had moved the stop up quite aggressively. I'm looking, and I looked at the analysis of the Commitment of Traders report, and I'm holding into here. I could have taken some, taken some profit, but I'm leaving this. The way it's just consolidating and not moving to the same degree as what we're seeing with the euro and the pound in any way, either going. I mean, actually, this red bar suggests that money actually went into the yen yesterday, so the yen was being bought. This is of course being the dollar yen. And so we're seeing it sort of almost move the wrong way, but the opposite way. So it looks like it's a move to sort of a definite move to safety, or back into safety for a moment anyway. But long-term picture for me still is further upside on the dollar yen from my superb analysis, I might say. Anyway, Aussie dollar, another one that sort of, you can see the wave formation here, the way it's sold down, lower highs, pushing back up here, and then breaking its channel trend line there. It's not found much in the way of support at the moment on its daily 100, and may have further downside. It just looks, again, we just need to, for me, I just need to wait for retracements, any sort of reasonably significant retracements coming down to the 60-minute time frame, where there we are. We've found support into its daily S1 at the moment. It may be slightly off because I need to adjust my pivots, but anyway, it's found support there into an S1. It may be in the same place. But I need, as I say, again, needing retracements in these markets to do much with, or anything with. Okay, Aussie dollar, Canadian dollar. So the Canadian dollar pretty much, I say rolling over, but the US dollar gaining against this Canadian dollar as well on the daily basis. Much bigger inroads on that now. Oil prices were softening yesterday to quite a degree. And we're seeing the sort of it's almost like a double whammy sometimes for the Canadian dollar. Then, if you've got a softer oil price and a stronger US dollar, the combination sees the move to the upside there. So looking overall, pushing up on the Canadian dollar, it's a little bit more. I'm just looking at its shorter time frame, a little bit more consolidated. To me, that looks like it's got more in the tank here. It's quite the way it's consolidated, make it a further push up there. Right, a couple of cross pairs, euro yen. Just looking at the euro yen here. So lower high confirmed on, you can see on this move yesterday. I did jump into this in the morning, got into this quite early-ish. Solid old movement to the downside at the moment. Certainly looks like a decent downward trend, but again, it's the same story here for me in terms of patience now, waiting for a signal to set up a retracement. Any signal would do. just being patient there. Okay, S&Ps, let's have a look at futures. So the futures just sitting on the daily 34 at the moment. It's not selling off in a big way. So if I just come back to that daily for a moment, because it puts things into context. It's not selling off in a big way on the S&Ps here, and the way it's just sort of consolidating. For me to be a bit more bearish on it, would need to start breaking down again, as we saw here in the earlier part of the month. It's there's money still sitting there, and potentially what it suggests is the way it's consolidating as opposed to really selling. There may be further upside at a later stage, but for now I wouldn't want to be a buyer. We're looking at what it's done. It has put a lower high on this 4-hourly time frame, and it's sitting right into support across the 4-hourly 100 there. A breakdown of that, well, would be looking back into the absolute lows. I'm just sort of coming down the time frames here to a 60-minute time frame, and we could see, well, the S1 hit earlier today. If it starts breaking down, it might just pop and drop. It's got the daily pivot above, but an earlier run down there may give some opportunities for a quick trade at least. Okay, gold. Let's get the right one. I want that one. So gold, it's breaking its trend line yesterday. Looking again, rolling over there, looking a tad on the soft side, and just coming down the time frames here. Lower highs, lower lows through now on the 4-hourly is a little bit clearer to see, and again coming down the time frames. Well, maybe it's just a matter of time before it starts rolling back a little bit. There is an argument that it's a bit of consolidation. It's not doing too much. Well, that's true. It's not absolutely having a major correction here at the moment, but it just looks like it could do. So just looks soft. Oil, I talked about this yesterday morning on the Outlook, and I've been waiting for a moment, and got the moment yesterday. It did sell off on this nice bar here. There was a trend running up there. This nice 4-hourly bar came. I didn't get the best of prices into it, but I'm half short there at the moment, and looking to add into this maybe this morning. We'll see. Again, I may just draw. I will just draw a trend in there. I'd rather be trading it in the afternoons. We tend to get more volume through on it, but I will put a trend line on there and an alert marker in a short while. Okay. The other thing we look at, of course, is that Bitcoin. Well, Bitcoin, looking at it earlier on, hasn't done too much. Catching a bit of a bounce this morning on the short-term time frames, but let's have a look at dailies here. Not doing too much. Again, it's holding its own in a sense. Has it got potential further upside? Yes. The way we've been seeing money when the risk is off, we've actually seen at times a bit of money to run into it, but let's see what happens here. It's got potential. It certainly looks like it's got more potential to continue the way it's sitting at the moment. Looking at the other pairs, other main cryptos, I'm looking at Ethereum. It's a bit more consolidated. Sorry, I can't show the chart on that, so I'm just talking about it. I can actually show it for our day traders though. Here we go. Ethereum, there you go. Just lower high at the moment. It's not looking quite so good. Ripple got up to the 60 cents point for a couple of days in a row, and it's struggling at that 60 cents. But it may be a case of further consolidation and another push up there. I'm still pretty bullish on that technically. Okay, that's pretty much it for me this morning. I'm going to wish you a great day and catch you in the morning. Bye for now. That's that job done.